welcome to today's video. So today we are going to talk about an important concept, and the concept is called as the list comprehension. So you would have wondered that you must be writing long Python loops which would be nested inside that. So today we are going to learn one of the most powerful and elegant features in the Python, which is called as a list comprehension, right? It is a shorter, cleaner, and faster to write code. And once you understand it, it will uh, you'll never be able to, you would not like to write the normal loops again, right? So it's a short and smart way to create the list. Instead of writing 4 to 5 lines of Python code, we can do the same work in just one line. And let me show you what I mean. So let's say we try to run this particular script. Let me hash out the other code. Yeah. Okay, so I think we already have all the hash out codes, right? So I have squares, and in the squares for I in the range of 10, I am appending I into I, right? So basically what I'm trying to do over here is I'm trying to, so let's say let's check this and make it even more simpler. I would say squares is equal to, or that's okay, squares is equal to I for I in I, right? So if I want to print squares, so what would that go? Let's continue with this particular uh, code itself, right? So let me run this. Okay, let me save it first. I have not saved it. I'll go to the Python and I will save this one. So I will put it as a list comprehension. Now let's call it list compre, right? So let's wait for the shell to execute the script. So the point over here is that we have written a code over here for for loop, right? And this for loop is basically printing the square of the number from 1 to 10. So you can see that it is going to go till 9, let's say 0 to 9, and it will do a square of the elements, so from 0 to 9. So let's say 0th is the 0, 1 will be 1, 2 will be 4, 4 will be 16, 3 will be 9, right? And so on and so forth till it reaches 9 and prints 81, and that will be a part of list. But we have to write 3 to 4 lines of code and then print the output, so that we are able to see what the output is, right? But if you want to avoid the number of lines of code that we want to do, we can do it this way, right? So we can do I into I for I in range of 5, or we can do so if we do that, right? So let's hash out this code first, which we have written. Okay, and then I do I for I in range of 5. So let me run it. Okay, I will run it from here itself. lst1 is equal to, and then I would do print lst1. Okay, and then let me run it again. Yeah. So you can see in the range of 5 it has printed it 1, 4, 9, 16. If I make it as a range of 10, it is going to print it. Sorry, let me run it from here again. Okay, so I got this output, which we got by writing 4 to 5 lines of code, but we were able to simply express it in form of the list comprehension, where we were able to write that same 4 to 5 lines of code in a single line and generate the output, right? So that is the intent of writing the code over here, right? So basically this is something like this. The code is like if you would like to mention in terms of syntax, right? So expression for item in iterable, that is what it actually means, right? So this is the complete meaning, right? So expression is basically what you want to do, item is each element in the loop, and iterable is the list or range, etc., right? So that is how it is done, right? So now let's say if I would like to write a certain kind of code, so let's talk about that further. So let's say okay, before we jump into some short code snippets which we would like to showcase as a part of this video. See, we should not use the list comprehension when logic becomes too complex, right? Wherever the logic is a bit simpler, you can use the list comprehension and you can try to reduce the length of your code, right? Because the more complex the code is, the readability is going to become bad in a single line, right? So more than two nested loops, please don't go for the list comprehension where your code is already shorter in nature and you have a single for loop. Then you can go for a list comprehension, right? So let's say we would like to write a list comprehension, and you guys can try it yourself as well. So write a list comprehension to get all vowels from a string, right? So what you're going to do, I want to get all the vowels from the string. So let's say I have s is equal to uh, Divakar Sharma, and then I want to write if else statement, right? So basically I will do vowels is equal to character for character in string if character in, so what are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U, right? So basically I want to forward it. So basically what we are trying to do is we are trying to search, take a character, and we are trying to search that character inside the string. Now if my name is having any of these values, so basically if the character matches either A, E, I, O, U, then it is going to print that vowel, right? So let us print the vowels. Let's run this. Okay, so how many times A is there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is an A here. 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4, and then there is one I over here, right? So guys, that's it. Today we are doing a very short video on this after a very long and complicated sorting algorithms that we worked on. I thought of bringing this as a very simple and easier concept for you guys, and uh, and so basically to cover the things about the list comprehension. So basically the list comprehension is one of the ways which makes your life a bit easier, and it helps you to reduce the lines of code for a particular uh, code or the procedure or the modularized code that you are talking about or you're writing. So one other important point is that the time complexity is basically for the list comprehension is on, because it goes with the n iterations and constant work is there inside each function. So Python still checks for condition for all the elements. So basically the complexity will be on, right? And with nested list comprehension, it will become n square, right? So uh, the list comprehension creates a new list in the memory. So if input size is equal to n, output size is equal to n, so space complexity is also o to the power on. So the new list of size n is stored in the memory, right? So that's all today for the list comprehension. I thank you for the time that you would have taken to see my video today, and we will meet up in the next video with some of the good algorithms that we are going to talk about. Okay. Thanks for joining today's video. Thanks guys.